Hey guys, welcome back to Team Death Slinger. My name is Peter, and today we're back to ChaosGallantmon. I've been taking a little bit of a break from building a bunch of decks, and I wanted to go back to something comfortable. And I think with how fast the meta is, the way I've played ChaosGallantmon has kind of reverted away from all of the bells and whistles, the tech pieces, and we've gone straight back to Grug OTK. It's not really an OTK. It's really hard to high roll into an OTK, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about why I like this build and what's new. So, we're going to start with our eggs as usual. 4 copies of the BT5 Gigimon. Your turn, when one of your other Digimon is deleted, you get 2k for the turn. We need this to make sure our ChaosGallantmon can get in for 14k pretty safely in on the opponent's security. Of course, if they're running level 7s that are 15k or higher, there is a pretty decent chance we might crash. But it's pretty safe. You'll get over most level 6s, and that's what we need the egg for. We do have 3 copies of Ignitemon from BT11. When attacking by deleting one of your other Digimon, delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon with a level less than or equal to the deleted Digimon's level. This is a really great piece of removal, but more importantly, all turns when you play a Digimon by an effect gain a memory. We are going to leverage this with Cerberusmon X to actually make sure that we can keep turn when we push into a ChaosGallantmon and swing for a big combo. We have 3 copies of BT5 Guilmon. On deletion, if this card was deleted by an effect to gain a memory, we just need it to farm memory with the ChaosGallantmon using the Cerberusmon unsuspend effects and some other cards that let us delete other Digimon. This is going to be a great piece that allows us to get a bunch of memory back, and it is very easily replayable. We have 4 copies of EX5 Labramon. It lets you on-play trash card in your hand to return a dark animal or shaman trait from trash to hand. This is great to grab back our BlackGatomons, Cerberusmons, and just pitching a card away for the Matt Ishida memory gaining is awesome. Again, though, we have this your turn, once per turn inheritable that lets us gain a memory when we play a Digimon by an effect. That's going to pair nicely along with the Ignitemon. We're trying to get a consistent rookie that gains us a memory and then bin the Guilmon so that we can farm memory from that as well. Our level 4 base here, this is how we're really going for the Grug OTK. BlackGrowlmon, your turn, when one of your other Digimon is deleted, you get security attack +1 for the turn. This means that if we pop something with Cerberus X to unsuspend, we get that sec +1, we swing 2 checks, and then we do still have sec +1 for the next swing. So it's really easy to get in for those 4 checks baseline. We are moving to level 4s, running those Ginkakumon promotes back from BT6. There's a great reason for this that goes very well with Scramble. So we have Rush. We're never going to use the on-play. This can also evo on a level 4 for 1, so if you're really bricked for a draw, you can evo onto this. But like I kind of briefly touched on earlier, this is just great with Scrambles. You swing your 4 checks. Hopefully you find a way to get that fit security either by chip or some of the other tricks we're going to have in this deck. And then if the opponent clears your board in response, which is really normal for this deck, you can scramble back a rookie and put the Ginkaku promote on top of your deck if it's in the trash. You put the rookie on the board, and then you can evo into Ginkaku promote to try and swing for game, which I really like. The BlackGatomon also has Rush, one of the older ones. I don't remember what set exactly it's from, the purple-yellow one, but I believe that is a 3-cost Evo. So the Ginkaku promote is just more consistent. It offers you a draw on top of the level 4, and he looks pretty cool, so I like that as well. We have 4 copies of the EX7 BlackGatomon. This is kind of our pivot level 4. So when Digivolving and on deletion, by trashing card in your hand, one of your Digimon gets block or retell until the end of your opponent's turn. And on the opponent's turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon attack, you can delete one of your other Digimon to end that attack. One of the new EX10 cards we're going to be running is the MaloMyotismon. So this paired with the BT5 Guilmon that gains you memory when it's deleted by an effect, and the MaloMyotismon that will trash something when one of your other Digimon is deleted, and this BlackGatomon inheritably. We just kind of have a perfect storm for defensive tools that really compensate for some of ChaosGallantmon's weaknesses. So if it is not a good opportunity to go in for that OTK, MaloMyotismon paired with this BlackGatomon and a Guilmon on board will do tons of work for you. So yeah, that's why I like this level 4 as our secondary level 4 in the deck. For level 5s, really standard, we have 4 copies of BT16 Cerberusmon. On play and when Digivolving, return a Digimon card with Dark Animal or Shaman from trash to hand. Always grabs back your Cerberus X. And then your turn, when an effect plays one of your Digimon gains Rush for the turn. So we can actually swing in for some checks with that if the opportunity arises. 3 copies of the Cerberus X on play. You get to play level 3 from the trash without paying the cost, and that triggers when Digivolving if Cerberusmon is in our sources. We also get to draw 1 trash one, so this just sets up the level 3 on its own in the trash, and we have that inheritable we've been talking about the whole game by deleting one of your other Digimon unsuspend this body. So huge tool for us to actually even be able to do this air quote OTK. It's just a ChaosGallantmon aggro deck. On to level 6s, you can see I have one copy of MedievalGallantmon here. I own the card. I'm going to run the card. The promo Gallantmon was another contentious piece for this slot, but I think we're trying to kill the opponent fast. The meta's really fast. We aren't necessarily going to take the time to build the trash for a promo Gallantmon to really work as well as we want it to. While the card has great value, we're just kind of not going that direction with the deck. So I opted for MedievalGallantmon. It does whiff on like all of our search tools, but when we get it in hand, it does work when we need it to. 4 copies of ChaosGallantmon, which we've been talking about from BT5. When digivolving, delete one of your other Digimon to delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. Kind of a key piece here, too, to think about is that you do not have to use this deletion effect. So if you can Evo into this and keep turn, it totally makes sense to not delete your other Digimon. Swing, use the Cerberus X-Inheritable to delete that level 3 that you play back. Unsuspend the ChaosGallantmon, swing again, and then you have that rookie still on the board that you can use with the Demonic Disaster that you see over here. 2 copies of the MaloMyotismon from EX10. We will never use that trash main effect, but on play, when digivolving, and when attacking, delete 2 other unsuspended Digimon. This clears wide boards like nobody's business, and if it's unanswered, it's just going to be a huge problem for the opponent to deal with. All turns, when any of your other Digimon or Tamers are deleted, trash your opponent's top security card and return one of the Digimon with the lowest DP to the bottom of the deck. Again, like I said, paired with the BlackGatomon and that BT5 Guilmon, this is a huge pain in the butt to deal with. They have to be able to take care of this pretty quickly, otherwise it's going to cause some problems when they try and get in for chip damage. We are running 1 copy of Boltboutamon. This pairs really nicely with our strategy of swinging a total of 4 checks with ChaosGallantmon. If we don't have the Demonic Disaster, being able to de-digivolve 3 on one of your opponent's Digimon and then wipe the board with that minus 6k, trash their security, that's going to leave them with 0 security on the board, and if there's something that ChaosGallantmon couldn't delete because it was higher than level 5, that de-digivolve will make sure that it's small enough to get wiped by the 6k. You've basically wiped their board, left them at 0 security. Even if they answer back by clearing the Boltboutamon and leaving you with nothing, we get to do that Scramble Ginkakumon play that we were talking about earlier, and hopefully get in for the game that way. We are still running 2 copies of the Crimson Mode Ace. There's no reason not to. We can Blast Ace this on top of ChaosGallantmon, and we can Blast Ace this on top of the MaloMyotismon as well, because it is red in color. So we're going to delete up to 15k total worth of your opponent's Digimon, and then for every 10 cards in both players' trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. That part of the effect is not as great on our end for the trash, but a couple of the matchups I've been playing, the opponent builds trash way faster than I do, and then when I ace into this and get to swing on the next turn, I'm still trashing 1 or 2 security because they've been building trash all game. So still a great piece to have in our toolbox. We talked about it earlier, but 2 copies of Demonic Disaster here. Delete one of your other Digimon to unsuspend one of your purple Digimon. So we can pop the level 3 sitting on the board with the ChaosGallantmon in order to unsuspend it and then get in for those last security checks if we need to. Otherwise, the security effect here is still pretty good. You can play a level 3 purple Digimon card from your trash without paying its memory cost. If we're applying offensive pressure and we're swinging in 4 checks on our turn and leaving them with hopefully 1 or 0 security, this security effect can ruin somebody's day. If you leave them on 0, they start swinging through your security and they hit this. Now they got to think about how to clear that rookie off the board before they pass the turn back to you. And if you have the Scramble set up, it's even worse for them because you're going to have all the tools you need to set up and clear out the game. So I like this card. I think it's a little bit high rolly. It might be a little bit greedy. Megiddo Flame is also really good here. If you manage to get into the ChaosGallantmon and leave that level 3 on the board and not have to pop it in order to keep the memory, to keep the turn with the Labramon Inheritable. Megiddo Flame is an awesome way for you to get ChaosGallantmon on the board, swing your 2 checks, or if the board state is like not safe for you to swing into, you can just burn away the Guilmon with the Megiddo Flame and just answer basically any body on the board. It is really common for Digimon to have protection from Digimon effects right now, and Megiddo Flame is an awesome way to get around that because it's an option card, and a lot of option cards ruin people's days. That option also plays you a Guilmon from the trash, so if you have that Guilmon set up, then you can do that. So just wanted to mention that because it is actively something I think about in this slot. Speaking of the Scrambles, we have 2 copies of it. It is memory in hand. It puts a rookie on the board and sets up the Ginkaku play. I'm on 2 purple memory boosts along with 4 wisdom trainings for my search package. I thought about going up to 3 here, but I really want the 3 copies of Matt Ishida because it's a memory setter and it gains me the memory I need to keep turn on the Cerberus X play and get the ChaosGallantmon on the board as quickly as possible. So in my opinion, seeing the copy of Matt Ishida every game by having 3 copies of it is worth bricking if I see it again later in the game. But you could probably, if you go down on the Demonic Disasters because it's greedy, you could go up in the memory boost. But the main game plan here is really just it's smooth brain, build stack resources with the memory boost, the wisdom trainings, the Matashitas, and then get into your ChaosGallantmon and just blast them down, burn them down as fast as you can, and then go in for that Ginkakumon promote to win the game. If that plan falls apart, you have the backup with MaloMyotismon, with the BlackGatomon, and you are trying to basically answer their board, stop them from attacking. You have all the tools in your toolbox with the MedievalGallantmon, the Boltboutamon, basically the bare minimum defensive tools you need to stop yourself from getting run back over. So that's what I'm doing in EX10 with ChaosGallantmon. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Have you tried any of the new cards with this deck? Or are you even still playing ChaosGallantmon in the first place? Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Thank you to our channel members for supporting this channel. It's people like Langlong, Big Z11, Coffee Deus, and Digidane who make videos like this possible.